Welcome back, you guys, to the Queen and Vida show. This is
Queen and Vida!
It's my girl Vida. We have a special guest today. Please introduce yourself.
What's up, everyone? My name is DJ Shwasted. Nice to see everybody here.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for having me on here.
Absolutely.
I'm glad it was you who could come to our Zoom.
Absolutely. So this, I think, is going to be a really good episode because it kind of takes it a little way because we're talking about the art of the DJ, which is one of the 5 elements of hip hop and kind of sometimes skewed a little bit.
It's a very, very important
Just a little
element to hip hop.
You know, and so I checked out the poll. I don't know if you checked out the poll on the group page, but I was pretty interested to see everybody's answers.
Yeah, that was really cool. I liked everyone's. Well, there was a couple questions too that were pretty detailed. I liked it.
Yeah. So every Wednesday, for those who are not on the group page, hit up the Hip Hop Heads Unite, aka Triple HU, and we'll go ahead and get you in there. Every Wednesday before a show drops, my husband likes to throw in a poll question so everybody can kind of get their input. And we like to see, you know, everybody's perspectives, which is what this whole show, all the shows really are all about, honestly.
Yeah.
That's pretty much. I definitely want to shout out my boy Raji. He's a good DJ out there. He has some really good wisdom. I read his comment. But definitely I think this episode is pretty interesting in my mind. What do you think, Vida, for hip hop?
What, this episode being interesting? I think it's kind of cool.
How do you think it goes in there?
I think it's cool. There's a lot of DJing is so important to hip hop, like in a lot of aspects. As an artist, as Mr. DJ Shwasted is, because of the Beastie Boys, you know.
Yes.
Like, hello, he was an artist and a DJ, and they're so multi-talented. So congratulations, DJ Shwasted.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I try to keep my outlets for my mind going at all times. So
yeah, right.
Now, all his descriptions, we're gonna have all that so you can hook up with him, get connected. Just you're gonna see him on the bottom of the video. Want you to go get with him, because you know you want to get that talent, you want to support, you want to uplift them, and let me tell you, you ain't gonna be missing out. So those will all be on the bottom there of the video. But I'll turn it over to you and just kind of get your perspective as how you see the art of DJing integrated with like the hip hop culture and R&B rap or whatever they want to call it now.
Yeah.
You know, as it progressed.
So about 10 years ago I started DJing, and this was about the time EDM music was like getting ready to pop, and it was around 2012, I believe. It was summer 2012 is when I started. So when I originally started, I had started on vinyl turntables, which was, of course, the original basis of how this all got started, wax vinyls. And luckily, I did it the new wave style, which was including the laptop. There's some vinyls called time codes, and you put those on top of the turntables. Your computer can electronically time code the vinyl into whatever song you choose on the program. And I've been using Serato my whole DJ career. So they projected that onto there. I was in the transition of trying to learn the original, spinning on the vinyls, and still not looking at the laptop. So I have both experiences, thankfully, for my mentor that we still hang out today. His name's Travis Reed, and this man taught me damn near everything I know now, and we still do gigs together. But the progression that it has taken from not having a laptop, not having, let alone a mixer and a second turntable, is insane. it's really awesome to see it go from what it is today from where it started. It started with a, what I believe, phonogram is what it was. Yeah, one of the old school ones, but that was on the radio. That was on the radio side of it. So they would project that as the DJing part for the radio. And started, I think, with the hip hop scene. Grandmaster Flash, yeah, Grandmaster Flash. Holy crap! That man's brain for the DJ setup that he originally had was way beyond its time. It was beautiful to see the way he had so much to do with the DJ world, what he did for the DJ world to start everything that he could and build his foundation.
So you feel he kind of laid the path, really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Anything from the way he modified the needles that would spin on the vinyls to, I mean, just remodifying the slick mat as well so he could perform a lot better. That was well above its time, and he spent 3 years staying away from friends to perfect this whole audio and the whole thing that he did for the hip hop world. It was awesome.
No, I have to agree. You know, being from New York, I totally get that. I do. Vida, what's your input? How you feel about all that?
I always wanted to be a scratch master.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. I love that.
That's what I called it. I was like, I always wanted to be a scratch master. And that was kind of what made me want to pursue, like I was in a club a lot, so I saw it from being in the club, and I saw the EDM, and I loved the EDM, and I was like, you know what? I should do that because I'm really good. I'm decent at it, but I'm not that great with the newer mixers. I'm just learning that part because most of mine has been with just pulling music off and playing it for like radio purposes. I haven't got to do like the fun stuff, but God, when you think about DJs and hip hop, like the way that they go together, like from the very beginning, that's just the way that I remembered it. From beatboxing and breakdancing on the sidewalk, like that whole time, that whole era when hip hop really boomed, DJs like really came out and stood out as being necessary for the entire industry and for music and for songs. And the way that people cut up their songs these days, even like, there's so many different ways that DJs are important to hip hop, whether it's hip hop out on the street or hip hop in the club or hip hop in the studio. Like, and it's so many different ways that they affect it.
So much ways to, I mean, just
to work a song, to change it. Like, you can play a song and, you know, you can have 50 different DJs play that same song 50 different ways.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true.
It is. It's really beautiful because it's exactly how you make it, how you want it to be, and the creativity that goes into it. Hats off to you, sir.
Thank you. I try to do what I can, make everybody's attention, you know, ready and at the whim.
Yeah, I totally admire DJs that are definitely more skilled than I.
No, definitely. I mean, that kind of like makes me think of how it, like I told you, like it changed the game. You know what I mean?
It really did.
Changed the game. Not only hip hop artists, you know, or how it progressed, but the DJs still are like a huge impact right now today, and continues to change the game. You know,
we see that on Facebook. We see it on Facebook. They're doing all these live streams. DJs, you know, keeping quarantine people entertained, doing live DJ streams, you know.
I mean,
that's that essential. It's that essential.
Absolutely. I mean, the DJs. Jesus, so the DJs. I mean, y'all. I mean, and I'm going to ask you directly, as
Okay.
far as being a DJ, you know, and you having this, you have a great foundation of knowledge, just how you see it now progressed, but now how it's incorporating not only the music, not only the lyricism, but like you've got, you know what I mean, you're able to either scratch or adjust your style to how everything is going on around you, or the environment you're in, or where you're playing at. So how do
Right.
you see that for you?
Yeah. So, yeah, like you said, adjusting to the environment that we're in. I think that's what separates a good DJ from a great DJ. Um, is crowd reading. That's the biggest one, because if you can adjust to the crowd that you have in front of you, or you can get a crowd pulled in and then adjust to what, you know, their dancing needs can partake in. I think that's what a great DJ is from a good DJ. When you can set a vibe, when you can keep the audience's attention, and make that go for hours on end, that's really, really technical in that field. And it's nice to see people do that. But there's a huge, huge difference from seeing that and going to someone who's just playing to a crowd just because they want to play. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad you said that, because that's what I try to do a lot, is set the tone, catch the audience's attention, and also read them to see how they react, so I know what they want to hear next.
That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely wanted to know that. I mean, because everybody adjusts their style different, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I've seen they stick with a similar style. I won't say the same, but a similar style. And sometimes you'll kind of resonate with it, and sometimes you'll kind of be like, I think I've heard this before already.
Right. Yeah, and I think there's times where, I guess for me anyways, there's times like if I have if I have a really long set, there's different ways to set that up to where I try to do it at the beginning of bringing the audience in, making sure I got their attention. And whenever I got their attention, go hard for quite a while. But also, there's a point where I make to slow down the music, to kind of set the vibe on a chill level, and go throughout the night to where people can walk away from the stage or walk away from, you know, that little break, because sometimes, you know, people got to go to the bathroom, or they got to go grab a drink. Exactly. So you need that time. You need that little gap to where they can all leave, but there's still something they can nod their head to and talk to their friends at the bar for a little bit, and then bring them back in with a little bit harder set and pick up the slack that you broke at the end.
No, I like it. I like it. I mean, I haven't heard that, honestly. It's probably the first time I've ever heard that from a DJ, you know?
All right. Good.
No, honest to God, that is probably the first time I've ever heard that, because it's true. Like, you got to go hard, because if you don't bring your audience in at the very beginning, how do you get them back?
Exactly.
Right. Then you gotta keep them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, that's the main thing.
Right? Because they could turn around and be like, "What the fuck is this? What is this? What is?" I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I got a mouth like a sailor. It's all right.
Hey, I'm not gonna front.
I've said it before. Look,
Yeah.
I have said it before. I went at the bar with my drink. I've had a few drinks, and I'm like, "What is this DJ playing? Where am I? Where am I?" Like,
You know, I'm the same way. Maybe the military in me. I got the mouth too. I just on here. I kind of like
Yeah.
yeah.
if the shit comes out, I'm like, ah, cool, you know. But then everything, I'm like, oh, okay.
I'm trying to catch myself too.
Got reeled in.
But I'll tell you what. I mean, I didn't. I'm gonna be very honest. You know, when I thought about the art of DJing, you know, and hip hop and stuff, I didn't really think of the integration. You know what I mean? I didn't think of how much it would relate to one another. And I'm a big person about doing like my research and everything. And then I realized, dang, you know, they're daggone, I won't say more relevant, but they're daggone on that top 5 as relevant as your artist, because what would you do without them?
Yeah, a lot of people a lot of people think it's just a press play button, but there's so much that goes into it.
There really is. I've learned that.
It's honestly, it's a great feeling to be pressured. Like last minute changes or I won't say it's always fun, but it's definitely a challenge if an artist wants something changed last minute. Like that's up to you. You're going to be the person to provide that sound. You're the person that is going to help them be noticed as who they are, how they're branding themselves.
No doubt. No doubt.
Artists have to always bring a flash drive. They got to bring their own flash drive.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
No CDs anymore. It's 2020.
Yeah, I know that part.
And with all that being said, I mean, I think we've hit so much. We could be on here longer, but I think we've hit so much.
Hey, that's good.
Like I said, I'm going to drop all your links. Hey, you guys, if you're seeing this video, go hit him up. I'm telling you, I wouldn't put myself out there if he wasn't the real deal. Anyone who knows me, Vida, you can attest to that myself. On that note, we like, you know, if you have anyone you want to shout out, someone you feel, just, you know, go ahead.
I'm going to shout out DJ Ames.
Yes. That's the homie. That's the homie.
Right?
Yeah, shout out to Travis Reed. You won't hear much about this man, but you will definitely know him when you see him. This man's talented. He's the one that taught me so much, and I can't thank that man enough.
Awesome. And on that note, I mean, I'm a shout out to just the straight art of DJing, and I ask everyone who tunes in, look him up and do everything you have to do. And
anywhere on social media, find me, DJ Shwasted, at DJ Shwasted. Anywhere, Spotify, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. More recently, I'm goofing off on TikTok.
Right? I got that. I'm going to try this shit out.
Yeah.
The editing is the hardest part. Like, you can't edit. If you edit it wrong, you can tell. Like,
oh, yeah. Yep.
it's an art.
So they'll all be listed on there. And on that note, I want to say thank you to all of y'all. And shout out to hip hop.
Thank you.